Good morning, everyone. I am soloing it today. Well, just me and Planty over here. But we're getting ready to sprint. It is 8 a.m. So sorry, I'm just now jumping in. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a great weekend. I had a fabulous weekend. Actually tore down a wall in my house. Isn't that amazing? Like, I don't know if every woman feels that way, like that's exciting to them, but for me, that's exciting. So, all right, we are going to do a 25-minute sprint. If I can find there it is, my phone with my alarm on it. Can you tell that I haven't really talked to many people this morning? I can hear how low my voice is right now. Hello, good morning. It is Monday morning. It feels like a Monday. Anyone else agree with that? I 100% agree with that today. Okay, here we go. We're going to do 25-minute sprint. We'll be back at the end for a little 5-minute chat and get some writing done, ladies and gentlemen. Done. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Piper. Good to see you here today. Good afternoon, Maria. Glad to have you here as well. So let's see. Maria says that she's doing some research, gurgling, Googling how far you can smell the sea inland. Her main character traveled to somewhere around 10 kilometers from the coast, and she talks about the sea breeze. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Like, I feel like you can smell a lot more. I used to live in Boston, and even in the city, like with all the buildings and stuff, sometimes it would feel like you would smell the ocean, but you weren't like you couldn't see it. But I'm trying to think of how far away, but that would have been a city, and you're not talking about big cities. So, yeah, it's an interesting question. I got a lot done. I'm writing, but I'm writing social media posts. So you guys know that I'm getting ready for launch in May, and I am writing and organizing, getting some stuff ready in advance. I'm also hoping to get that done so that I can move on to going back to writing at least one scene in my contemporary romance that I'm working on. So what are you guys up to today? What are you working on? It is Monday here. Obviously, it's Monday everywhere. What kind of remark is that? It feels like a Monday though, 100%. Normally, so I have my alarm set for a time that like, oh my gosh, if this goes off, the alarm goes off and you're still in bed, you better hustle your bustle because you've got things to do. And I never, I'm always awake when it goes off. I'm always usually up making my coffee or doing something else. Sometimes I've been up for hours. Not today. I got up in the middle of the night with a headache, and so I couldn't sleep for quite a while. And then I don't even know when I fell asleep. I feel like I just kind of was laying there and all of a sudden my alarm went off, which would have been like 4 hours later. And I was just so tired. I couldn't believe it. But good morning, Gigi. Nice to have you here with us this morning. What are you writing and working on today? Good morning, Melody. Glad to have you joining us. We have 2 more minutes in our chat time right now, and then we will be starting our next sprint for 25 minutes. Um, as I was just saying, I'm working on writing social media posts. So not just like little things. Like I created a plan for Instagram releases, like posts that I can then also do on Facebook, but not all of them because I don't want to be like that's kind of spammy with my account. But then I'm using the images to share more about behind the scenes of my novels and of my life and like that. And so that's what I'm writing. So it's kind of like little mini newsletters is what it kind of feels like. But I can also take and farm some of this out, as Jamie is fond of saying. I can spread the manure. I can farm some of this stuff out to newsletters and other things like that. So Maria says, I've been proofreading my 3rd historical fiction novel this morning. Good. And then now I've switched to writing words for my 4th historical fiction novel. Wrote 300 words that sprint. That's awesome. Yay. 300 words is awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to decide. One more minute, guys. I'm trying to decide if I am going to go back to the contemporary and work on that, or if I'm going to switch over to book 4, which is written first draft only. So that means like the next level of drafting is really kind of going through and writing more scenes, rewriting scenes, fixing it. But it's like done. I mean, it's basically the novel is done, just needs to be polished. Switching over to that, that's supposed to be coming out in November. So hoping to have something to release in between there. So I thought maybe the contemporary, but I have this other little short read that I wrote a long time ago and I've never released it. I may just throw that up in July and see what happens. I kind of like to do some more romantic shorts. My plan was to actually lengthen this one because I love the character so much. But really, short reads are kind of popular now, especially in romance. Every time I open up my Kindle, they're trying to get me to read some short reads. So, yeah. Piper said, just had to give a quick haircut. Only got 100 words done. Hey, I need a haircut, Piper. If I come to Massachusetts, will you give me one? I do need to get in for a haircut. My friend is my stylist too, and she does my hair. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if Jason or anyone else is here, let's do this next one. Okay, another 25 minutes. I'll see you guys at 8:55 for some more chatting and for sharing of what we got done then. So I don't know if I like this music. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't like there's a lot of like high notes. I like it low. We'll see. See how high it is? I don't know. done. So, sorry. I turned the music off for you guys, but it's still ringing in my head, and I gotta find it. I have so many windows open right now. Am I the only one that does that? Like, I got a gazillion windows open right now. All right, I got a lot done. I got a lot. Oh, look at the sun coming in. I have a pillow stuck up in my window because for some reason when we were designing this basement, I thought it was so great to have a big window for a basement office, a big east facing window, not thinking about all the glaring sun that was going to come into the window as I'm trying to work. So, but it is nice. It's going to be almost 70 today here in Michigan. What? In March? That is a big deal for us. So I'm very excited. Anywho, I am to the point that I've realized. So my whole plan has always been to make my first book $0. And then now my second book is going to be my reader magnet. And then hopefully it'll bring people, like really flow them in through my series. Problem is, I had to make book 10. So now I've unpublished it basically everywhere but what's it called? Amazon. And now I have to go upload it again, and then I'll make it 0, like at places like Barnes and Noble, through Drafted Digital, all kinds of different things. Anywho, I'm ready to upload it to Barnes and Noble, and I get to the point where I realize I'm already done. I just had to click that I've reviewed my interior, and I realized that the interior is still leading them to searching for Anna, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to have to do this again. So I need to stop and figure out. I know I can figure it out, but all the steps to change my reader magnet. Has anyone in here ever done that before? Like where you have to change your reader magnet and like, is it a big headache? I don't know. So now I'm like, I'm not going to get a lot of writing done. I was doing great. I was writing all these little posts and like, I've got my newsletter all set up. I'm like, this is good. This is a good Monday. And then this happened. I'm like, oh. Piper says 16 windows currently open. Girl, I'm probably triple that right now. And no, it's bad organization. I should not do that. But I do. That's just how it is. And not only do I have a bunch of tabs open, I have right now 8 different windows with a bunch of different tabs open. So that's not very efficient. I know that for sure. So yeah, I'm curious to know if anybody else is dealing with that. I'm also curious to know how you guys did, how many words you got, or what you're working on. Piper says I have not changed my reader magnet yet. Okay. I don't know anyone personally that has done this. So yeah, the only other person I know with a full novel for reader magnet is Tina, and she just started. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I know that I think I already have the book uploaded to BookFunnel, and it's just really about creating a new landing page kind of a thing with MailerLite, who is my email provider. This is not newsletter chat tomorrow morning. I'll have it figured out and we'll decide tomorrow. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. We have 1 more minute before our next writing sprint. We have 2 more writing sprints. We'll be done at 10 a.m., which I'm excited. We're going to be ripping out some more cabinets. You guys know my husband was injured at work, so he's off work right now, and he is not one to sit still, but he can't do anything because he's in a cast, and you can't use that hand or whatever. But the cool thing is he's able to instruct me how to do stuff. And so I've been ripping cabinets out. Me and the girls took a wall down, like this whole closet. When you walked into our tiny 1970s home, you walked in and like there was just this little entry in a closet right there. So you didn't see the rest of the house. And we like wanted it open. And boom, we knocked it down this weekend. It was so much fun. And it so opens up this house so much. It's amazing. So much light coming in now. Piper says, I got distracted researching dumpster diving. LOL, I'm running a homeless guy. He needs to eat. Wow. And then she says, running to the kitchen to grab coffee. Yeah, so I did that during the writing because I can't really do it during breaks because I'm here chatting with you all. But, well, that's to remind me to take my medicine, which I forgot to today. And it also tells me that it's 9 o'clock. So it's time for us to do our next sprint. Again, we'll be back at 9:25 to chat on the other end. And hopefully I'll have some better news for y'all at that point.
3, 2, 1, go.
1 done. Sorry about that. I lost total track of time when it went off. It scared me. Oh, goodness. Yep. So it's not hard to change it out. It's just lots of steps. Like I have to create a new graphic and make the graphic look right and this all that jazz. Make sure that the what I'm linking to is good. So anywho, that's what I'm working on. What are y'all working on? We lost Maria. She's gonna go have her lunch because there it's like 1 p.m. 9:26 here. I could be totally using some breakfast. That sounds good. Normally I intermittent fast, so I don't eat till lunchtime. Sometimes a little bit later than that. But this weekend we did have breakfast, and yum. It's sounding really good to me. I make this spicy chorizo breakfast thing where I cut up onions, red peppers, and then jalapenos, and I fry them up in the skillet, and then I add some chorizo, fry that up, and then I make these little wells, and I fry eggs in the wells, and then flip it. Oh, it's so good. If you don't like spicy, you won't like it, but I really like it. So yeah, I am in the process of switching out my reader magnet, which is not writing, but that's okay. I got some writing done today, and I feel pretty good about where everything else is going. Let's see. Piper says, "You know what the hardest thing about writing is for me? Naming. Naming the book, naming the characters, naming the towns." Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. So my series I'm in right now, Piper, is because the name Phoebe has so much to do with who the character is. If you research the character Phoebe in the Bible at all, that's kind of where the character came from. So then when I was naming her sisters, when I thought Phoebe was going to be the only book, when I was naming her sisters, I kind of chose biblical names because I thought, well, that would kind of like help me like figure out what their personalities were. But then books came out of those. And so I'm actually glad that that all happened because then it helped me to figure out the plots of their books based on their names. So that was pretty easy, but it's the side characters because I want it to be realistic, but like I don't want to keep using the same names over and over again. And sometimes I come up with a really great name and I'm like, no, I don't want that to be a side character. I want to save that one for a main character. Like it's just hard. I totally get it. Names of towns though, I just use real names of towns for mine. Because mine's historical. So I picked towns in Michigan and except for no, in Phoebe's book that's coming out in May, I had to make that town up, but I just took 2 parts of 2 different towns and put them together because I didn't want it to be named based on a real town because then I didn't want to have to follow the actual history of that town. I want to make up my own history. So 2 more minutes and we're going to start our last sprint. Actually, I can't believe we're already on our last sprint. So Gigi says, "Me too. Apparently, I like names that start with the same letters." Oh, yeah, and that's kind of like a cardinal rule with writing is you don't wanna have too many. I mean, you can maybe get around with 2 characters with the same initial, but as people are reading and trying to keep track of because they can't see the people too, keep track of who is who, you don't wanna have characters with the same first initial. Yeah, totally understand that problem. Piper says, "Yes, the side characters. He seems like I like names that start with J and S and B, like Jennifer." Yeah, I hear you guys. Gigi says, "My beta readers were getting characters confused." Yeah. Yeah, that can be a problem. I learned that early on. I heard somebody mention that. So when I was writing my first book even, I made sure and tried to keep it straight like that. Though, I mean, there is a little bit of crossover. And I have a character in my book that's coming out in May who's a side character whose name is Wendell. And when my editors and my one beta reader, sometimes they would get them confused. They would say Will, but they meant Wendell or vice versa, though they knew who they were talking about. But yeah. Piper says, "LOL, I had 2 people with the name David in the last book. I almost left it because in real life that is a common enough name. I know several, but I did change it." Yeah. I would have too, probably with that. So, oh, it's 9:30, ladies. All right, here we go. Last sprint. Heading down to the wire. I'll talk to you guys in 25 minutes and see how we all made out for the day.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one. Done.
Done. Okay. So it's not hard. It's just a lot of steps because I just realized really all I gotta do is change the images and my hair. What's up with my hair today? I actually did my hair. Seriously. It's definitely a Monday, ladies. Anyway, but my whole email sequence, kind of like my onboarding sequence talks about the novella. So now I got to rewrite all those. And then all you have to do is change your links to go to the different one at BookFunnel. So it really isn't hard. It's just going to be a lot more work. And I made the mistake of going and looking at my stats, and because I haven't done any promotions this month, and I still gained like 100 new email subscribers. Probably more than that because I've had people unsubscribe. But anyway, I'm not doing any like swaps or promotions or anything. Oh, I did the one, but it was a sale. So I did one promotion, but it was a sale. So I'm getting like 100 people at least And I went and looked at the stats, and people are going to my website and clicking, and I'm getting conversions just from people finding me on my website. Piper says, "Wow, Jennifer." Yeah, you say wow, but I'm about to share something with y'all that is going to be so not wow. So I went over to my website. Let me see if I can find it. And because I was trying to figure out, okay, is my landing page through BookFunnel or is it through MailerLite? Because if you don't do it all the time, you don't think about how you did it. And so I went over to my website, and let me find this. And I have a on the top, I have home, about, books, connect, and there's one that says free book. So I clicked on there. Look at this page. Okay, so from a newsletter, be the first to learn about blah, blah, blah. You'll receive the ebook Searching for Anna. This is not the cover for Searching for Anna. This is from way back when I was playing around with a website, like, oh, I don't know, 4 years ago. How in the world did I keep this old one on here for this long? But it gets better, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, this is just something fake I did in Canva one time. Just like to have something. I was just practicing setting up my website, right? Look at these great reviews I have. This is the best book I've ever read. Charles Dickens. I laughed. I cried. I wet my pants. Donald Trump. Jennifer Carl Tong is the greatest writer of our time. Her mother. These are like fake reviews that I put on here and a fake book cover, and it's been on here, and people are actually going to my website and signing up for my newsletter. How did I do this? How did I do this? Oh my gosh. So I'm supposed to be ripping out part of my kitchen today. I'm supposed to be done working, but clearly I'm going to have to come in here and do some work. Also, because I have half of everything set up for it to go to everyone getting Esther's book for free, and the other half still is talking about Anna. So I have some work left to do today, but I still can't believe I did that. So see, this is where sarcasm is not for the win, because I was being funny and thought, oh, this is great. Ah, gee. Pepper says, "Oh, how have I not seen this before?" I don't know how I haven't seen it before. Gigi says, "Those are awesome reviews." I know. Aren't you jealous of my reviews? Especially Charles Dickens. He came back from the grave just to read Searching for Anna. Okay. Piper says, "I just saved one of my bad characters from an early death." Well, that's good. Like, at least you're being productive. I'm over here, like, embarrassed of myself. Oh, well, thank you guys for being here with me today. I think it's time for me to go get some more coffee and eat some breakfast and tell my family why I'm dying down here laughing really loud. Can't believe I did that. Cannot believe I did that. All right. You guys have a great day. And tomorrow morning, newsletter chat 9 a.m. I actually believe I might have a guest on the show with me tomorrow. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure of anything anymore. After this, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. So, all right, everyone. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.